Everybody, it's Mercury Bard. We're going to play some Morrowind, as you can see. When we last left off, we were, it was during a live stream, we were in Jobasha's bookshop in Vivek. We had just bought a copy of Confessions of a Skooma Eater from him because someone recommended we check it out. Our special friend Ahnassi, her mate is somewhere in Vivek struggling with skooma addiction, so we offered to try and help him out. Okay. She's being a little about Jobasha's books, because, you know, he has all of this stuff that the temple does not approve of. And I'm like, hey, Paxson, we're going to be back in a little bit, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this and this, because I do not need to be carrying it around Vivek. I don't think we're going to be doing any crafting. I do not need giant things of water. Why do I have moon sugar? The world may never know. Okay. Now you're just going to stay here and hang out with Jobasha, okay? We need to find Hulia, and we need to find Ahnassi's mate, and... Have we met Muthsara? What can Luz'Siivar do for you? Luz'Siivar is this one's name. It means I am light in Ta'agra, the native tongue of the Khajiit. Luz'Siivar may look like a cat, but this one is an Alfiq stock. We are a lot more intelligent than the average Khajiit, though a lot less social to other races. Luz'Siivar has a vested interest in the affairs of others, however, and of gathering knowledge across the continent. This one would be happy to accept you across the island in search of such knowledge, should you choose, of course. Sure, come with. Very good, Muthsara. Let us make haste. Oh, and take these. Should Luz'Siivar ever get separated from you, use either of these to call me back, and I'll come running. It's coffee and chocolate. Okay, that's our friend Luz'Siivar, who was reading an obscure text written in the language of the Slode, purportedly written by the Second Era Western necromancer Nagasta. Okay. Interesting reading, ma'am. Alright. And then this is the coordinator. What? Okay. Addhiranirr lives in St. Olms. Okay. And we got everybody. Let's go. Yes, I'm carrying moon sugar. No, I don't care.
Speak, traveler.
Do we have food? We do not have much convenient food. I think there are some food vendors down there. And Giob's like, also, we need to find the mages, not the Mages Guild, the Morrowind Tongue.
You in a potion today?
Yes, actually. Fortify health. No. I want actual health potions. Hello, is the kitchen open?
Let us do business.
Scuttle pie. That works. Expensive food, but, you know. It is what it is. It's the big city. Everything's gonna be more expensive.
Learn by serving, Layman.
Uh-huh. Oh, and Giob got strong-armed by Deja into joining the Tribunal Temple cult because to protect Arvessa and the Dunmer's general sensitivities, When Sharn asked us to get a skull from the Andrano ancestral tomb, we didn't. Instead, we went to a member of House Adrano who was a part of the Valmora temple and got the same information from him.
What do you want?
That's what I thought. Look, I may not be an ordinator anymore, but I'd rather not associate with someone who befriends Daedra and most likely kills ordinators to do so. Anna Indoril refused to befriend me as she suspected I had killed ordinators to free Shariel, a winged twilight. I have not met a winged twilight named Shariel. I would have remembered that. This is from Friends and Friends. I should mention it to Danae. What is her name? Anna Indorel. Okay. I'll leave a bug for that somewhere, probably on the mod page. And I can't blame it on my install being all screwed up because this is a brand new install. Okay. I guess we're going to St. Olm's first. Oh, where was that other informant? The other informant, Addhiranirr, is also in St. Olm's. I guess that's where the Khajiit hang out when they're in town? Okay, I think I fixed the moon doubling problem. I have multiple versions of Bardao installed. So I had 2 moons stacked on top of each other. That was dumb. It looks kind of like it has a face from here. Anyway. Okay. Let's go talk to, I don't know, someone who can give us information, and maybe we can find like a hostel or something we can stay at, because we are tired. St. Olm's Wasteworks. I'm looking for a friend of mine, a female Khajiit named Addhiranirr. Do you know where I can find her? Yes, her name is Addhiranirr and she's a Khajiit. Do you know where I can find her? Excuse me, I'm busy. Sorry to bother you. Latest rumors. I've heard there's been some trouble up at Fort Frostmoth. Never heard of it? It's on an island called Solstheim, north of Vardenfell. That's the frozen island up to the north. Sounds awful to me. If you're looking to get there, you might check for transportation in Cole. Poor Moroni Uvelis. Her husband hasn't been home in days, and she's worried about him. No telling where that no good man is doing. I've heard of her. She works in the St. Olm's Brewers and Fishmongers' Hall. Nice woman. Shame about her no-account husband, Dinar Uvelis. A skooma addict, that one. His wife works all the time in the hall, and he takes the money and spends it all on skooma. He and his friends spend all their time down in the underworks using the stuff. The poor woman. Okay. Okay, I guess we are, What about you? Tunusia Veloth has the divine disease, but she refuses to leave the city.
What now?
All kinds of good shit.
Did you say something?
No, I didn't. Arvessa? Got any comments? The working class cantons. You can find a bit of everything here. This Khajiit had better have valuable information for the trouble we're going through. Argonian in the Morag Tong Bivek. Oh, I guess that's supposed to be Bivek. Okay. Hello, Luz'Siivar. I wish she had more functionality. Like, she's a great companion, but I wish, you could talk to her. Alright. Let us go. Okay, that was a choice, Geo. The rest of us are gonna run around the disgusting sewer water. Oh, I wanted to download that Meridia mod. Meridia is one of the Daedra, which she was one of the Daedra whose spheres were hidden from mortals, the other one being... I don't remember.
Tidings.
Great. So Cassius says to you, speak with Addhiranirr. And you have done this thing. You are speaking with Addhiranirr. But Addhiranirr will not talk to you about the Nair of Arene or the Sixth House calls. And because why? Because Addhiranirr is, at this moment, very distracted by a nice census and excise agent who also wants to speak with her. You do not know this? They are the collectors of the Emperor's taxes and tariffs, and the Emperor has outlawed trade in many things, like Dwemer artifacts and ebony, and a census and excise agent will enjoy being a pest about such things. For several reasons, a census and excise agent is not Addhiranirr's favorite person. If you want Addhiranirr to help you make the bad agent go away, then she will tell you things. Aye. Okay, well, that's fun. Let's see if we can get... Oh, maybe there's a bridge on the other side. And we should probably stop and... Who are you? I'm Guveli Aranith. Need something? I'm a warrior by trade. I love to fight. Okay, that does not really help me. Latte, do not kill yourself miscasting back there. I'm not... Are we sure he was supposed to be in St. Olms? Where he can in the St. Olms canon. Maybe he's not here. Maybe he's actually got like a house. Shrine. Yes, as I said, I'm looking for a friend of mine, a female Khajiit named Addhiranirr. I thought you might be able to tell me where to find her. Lie, she just took a gondola to the mainland. What a disappointment, but thank you for your time. I was just heading back to the mainland myself anyway, and maybe I'll run into her there. Okay. Tanners and miners, farmers and laborers. Healers and dyers. Brewers and fishmongers.
Speak, traveler.
That is a very fancy hat you're wearing. Greetings, traveler. Perhaps I might interest you in some wares, although it is hard to work with my poor husband gone missing. Yes, my husband, Dinar Uvelis, is missing again. It happens with him. See, he has a problem with skooma, though he swears he's been trying to stop. Last time he disappeared, it was for days, and when he came back, he didn't look so good. I'm worried that he might have been infected with corporus or something equally horrible. Do you think that you might be able to find him for me? Sure. You will? I won't tell you how relieved it is that would make me. Dinar and his no good friends sometimes take to the underworks near here when they've got some skooma. You might find him down there. Skooma is an illegal narcotic substance made from refined moon sugar. Criminals use it as a kind of currency. They say it makes you strong and fast, but clumsy and stupid. Of course I want nothing to do with it. Standard restore willpower. I guess she was keeping those for her husband?
Welcome, friend. What can I sell you today?
Okay. Well, I guess we can go down there again. We can tell Addhiranirr the census and excise agent is gone, so she'll give us the whatever. We could try going in the Daedric Shrine. I'm not sure how well that would go over. I see you respawned. Lovely. So are you the one Addhiranirr must thank for getting rid of the annoying census and excise agent? Indeed, Addhiranirr is very glad to see you, and very happy to tell a friend of my good friend Cassius all about the Sixth House cult. Addhiranirr knows nothing about the Nerevarine, but Addhiranirr is happy to tell you that too, if it makes Cassius happy. Ask away, friend Deja Blackeye. This Addhiranirr knows about, because it is about smuggling. Some very smart smugglers are suddenly too busy for their old clients because they have a new employer, the Sixth House, who pays very well. But what do they smuggle now? Addhiranirr doesn't know, because they are very secret. But this is odd, because these smugglers are always loud and bragging, and now they hush up like fat-bellied kitties full of sweetmeats. You have come from Cassius, so of course he tells you about Addhiranirr, how she is a friend of Cassius, who does little things for Cassius and who is also a member of the Thieves' Guild. Not at all important, but very helpful and loyal to fellow guild members. It is just a social club. We like the finer things in life. Those who join this club, they must know how to get the finer things in life. We are like other guilds, so we get deals on training, on goods, and on services. The guild stewards, they know the finer things in life very well, and know where to find them. Addhiranirr must tell you, though, there is a war between the Thieves' Guild and Kamana Tong. Addhiranirr is loyal to the guild, but Addhiranirr thinks the guild is losing this war. Yes, Addhiranirr knows this Nerevarine cult is just silly superstition, so you tell Cassius this. Nobody in her right mind pays any attention to this moon-yowling prophecies and ancient heroes reborn and other silliness. Fuzzy tales for little kitties. As a wet ear of the Thieves' Guild, Big Halendi and Sadrith Mora will have a few jobs for you. If you travel to Narmak, talk to our operative there, Wadarku. He will agree to train you in sneak, blood weapon, and short blade.
Warmly greeted, friend. Welcome.
Is that it? Addhiranirr saw Khajiit pawning a piece of metal, claiming it was very magical. Now Addhiranirr is no expert, but Addhiranirr has seen a fair share of Dwemer pieces, and it didn't seem very magical, but it was very shiny. Addhiranirr mentioned that a Telvanni mage might fancy it, particularly Master Arion in Telvos. We've fetched a few trinkets for his collection in the past, but perhaps friend Deja might be interested in a shiny Dwemer item too? Okay. Thus, do you have anything to add? Ugh, I think I just stepped in something. We should watch our footing down here. We still truly don't know how the Sixth House rose to such prominence so quickly. They're the greatest threat to my people, but how can you fight what you don't understand? Alright, let's go check to the other side to see if we can find the Skooma addict who may or may not have Corpus, and then we will stand outside the shrine and debate whether or not we are stupid enough to go in it. I've killed a corpus stalker in the underworks of Vivek. I fear this is what Dinar Uvalis has become. Dinar's ring.
Our sugar is yours, friend.
In your dream, a tall figure with a golden mask greeted you, saying, "There are many rooms in the house of the Master. Be easy, for from the hands of your enemies I have delivered you." It seemed you had died, and could see yourself laid upon a table lit with candles. But with your own hands you touched the figure, and the figure drew breath, opened eyes, and rose from the table. Then the room was gone, and the world was filled with light, and you awoke. That's not creepy at all. Alright. Let's do something stupid. I don't know if we have a Daedric Shrine save. Tomb, egg mine, borrow, ancestral tomb. We have multiple tombs, of course we do. This is going to be an unmitigated disaster. Oh, here you are. Yep, unmitigated disaster. Clearly not for a character of our low level. I think we're level 3 or 4, maybe. Maybe? I think 4. Alright. It's a little chilly in here, so let me grab a cardigan. Old person sweater. We need to go upstairs to the fishmonger's hall, and I think we need to go around the, the perimeter of the canton and check the addresses on all those little wastework homes. Ahnassi's mate might have one of them. Okay. So that was a bad idea. We still need to find a place to stay. I think maybe they had.
Something on your mind?
No. Nope, nothing on my mind. Just. Okay, brewers and
Can we
fishmongers
hurry
are
this
on
up?
this side. I really like the tree. That's a, a little bit of greenery inside since they don't have much on the canton outside.
Speak, traveler. I've a great selection that you'll find especially useful, Outlander.
You found my husband's ring? Oh, he must have. Oh no. Then the worst has come to pass. I can't say that I'm surprised, though. It is difficult to hear. He's been heading towards such an end for years now. Thank you for your help, Deja Blackeye. Please, take this for your troubles. Maybe they'll do you some good. So she gave me some potions of cure common disease, which we appreciate. And now we should go. I don't even know what's up here. Anyway. Yeah, we heard about that. Have you heard about this new secret cult, the Sixth House? They say they sit around in caves, cutting off pieces of their own flesh and eating it. That's corpus disease, makes the flesh grow wild and crazy. Cut off a piece and another piece grows back, bigger and better. Guards say we're looking into it. Right, that makes me feel better. Oh, it's a Khajiit. Welcome to Vivek, Deja Blackeye. I am Drosh Sakar. Are you looking for services in the sacred city? Maybe I can help. I am looking for... Suthrerat prefer claws to weapons, fast and always ready. Yeah, that's great, except I'm not looking for you. I'm looking for a different male Khajiit. She's a clothier. Cool. That's some impressive boots. That would be lingerie. Okay, someone in particular? Um, what could kill two Ordinators before they can draw their weapons? Slit their throats? Happened right here in Vivec. Gotta be a sorcerer or vampire. The Office of the Watch and the Hall of Justice is worried about sending their Ordinators out after this killer. Rumor is that the Office of the Watch is looking for outside help. You're an Outlander. Did you know 5 other Outlanders were killed just the same way? The Hall of Justice houses the 4 orders of the Temple Ordinators: the Order of the Watch, the Order of War, the Order of Doctrine and Ordination, and the Order of the Inquisition. Have you heard? 7 victims here in Vivec, all with their throats slit? When it was just a few Outlanders killed, the Ordinators weren't making much fuss, but now that they've had 2 of their own people with slit throats, they seem very concerned at the Hall of Justice. I've heard that the Office of the Watch is quietly looking for for some special help. Anything that can kill 2 Ordinators before they draw their weapons sounds like it will need special help. Did you hear they stuck that dissident priest guy, Malur Omain, in the Ministry of Truth? I guess the temple priests and Ordinators figure they can straighten him out up in there. I bet they can. The Ministry of Truth is a celestial body suspended by Vivec's mighty power over the great temple of the High Fane in Vivec City. Okay, you are gossipy, but you can't tell me where he is.
Under sun and
I'm
sky.
gonna be annoyed if he's just like walking around. What could kill 2 Ordinators?
Tell me what you want.
You are definitely not. Oh, wait, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, 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 wait. Come back, come back. Have you heard of this Drovir guy? No.
Tell me what you want.
Huh. Popper. Latest rumors. Imperial guards in the foreign quarter. Where is this guy? Maybe there's a hostel or something up on the upper level? There's a whole family in here. Commoner. Latest rumors. Necromancy. St. Olm's Canton. St. Dillon and St. Olm's Cantons are the resident cantons for commoners and paupers. The temple charges very reasonable rents for comfortable workshops, shops, and apartments, and most of Vardenfell's crafts and light industry is housed in these cantons. The Abbey of St. Dillon the Wise is on the top tier of St. Dillon, and the Walu councillor Yingling Half-Troll has a top-tier manor on St. Olm's. And there's a old lady back here? Yeah, latest rumors, old lady. Okay.
What now?
We're still looking. One more of these, and then we're gonna have to go up top. I am a sleeper, one among thousands. I bring you a message. Dagothar calls you, Deja Blackeye. Giab, you cannot deny your lord. The 6th house is risen, and Dagoth is its glory. She's got bunk beds, but no roommate in evidence. But okay, so he's not in one of the outside shacks. We are very tired and we are peckish. Well, I can fix one of those easily enough. Dust cap mushroom. Let's go up to the plaza and see if, as well as Yingling half troll, there isn't some kind of something up there. Hey, hey, come back, come back. Upper North 2.
What do you want?
Oh, you're lovely. There's teddy bears, there's toys. So I'm assuming there's a small child somewhere. I would hope there's a small child somewhere.
What is...
Playing outside, maybe? Haunted Manor. What was it that I needed to get for that guy? Ten cups, 5 vases. Okay. See any? Bowl. I mean, if I were a skooma addict, this would be a good place to hang out. We still... Thieves Guild. We don't have any picks.
What now?
Brief history of the Empire. Okay. I'm guessing this is Yingling Manor. Oh, this is a St. Olm's Temple. Please tell me you have beds. Watch them just have, like, ash pits.
Perhaps I can be of assistance.
Pilgrimage of the Dead, map of the catacombs of Red Mountain. After the Pilgrimage of the Seven Graces, one of Ardenfel's most famed religious journeys is the Pilgrimage of the Dead of Red Mountain. Pilgrims walk the path of the catacombs underneath the mountain, and along the way honor the many dead interred there as they can. Pilgrims must walk the path, stopping at each of the three great ossuaries that power the monolithic ghost fence. At each ossuary they must pray before each of the 3 shrines housed within. The Shrine of the Reborn. The first shrine of the pilgrimage is housed within the great ossuary of Iam. The shrine represents the rebirth of the ancestors by the mercy of Lady Amalexia after their departure from this life. This rebirth can either be that they are raised into sacred guardians or given the honor to be consecrated directly into the ghost fence. An offering of a sanctified skull taken from an honored undead of the tombs is the traditional offering to the Shrine of Reborn, so that one who was raised and has fallen may once again be reborn. The Shrine of the Reborn will heal any injuries a pilgrim may have suffered on their journey, and the pilgrim will feel fully restored in an instant. The Shrine of the Altar. Nice. What was our journal entry? I've read The Pilgrimage of the Dead and learned that there are 3 shrines on Red Mountain, each dedicated to a god of the tribunal. The shrines are located within the great ossuaries of the Ghost Fence. Pilgrims may receive powerful blessings from these shrines. If I wish to embark on this pilgrimage, I can travel to the Ghost Gate first to receive a prayer and a pilgrim's charm from the commander of the Order of Ghosts, or I may travel to the shrines directly. I was hoping I could sleep in that bed. You're a healer. Do you have healing potions? You do. I have no money. But I think I have extraneous potions. Yeah, like, I don't need that. I could probably get away with selling 3 of these. Okay. Oh, can I lay down? Are we laymen? I think we're laymen. Temple. Yes, we are laymen. Oh my god. Peckish. I'm well rested. I no longer want to hit somebody. Thirsty, of course. What was that? It was a rat. Really? They have rat problems here. And it got very bright.
Why are you here?
Who are you?
I'm looking for a Khajiit who's supposed to be here somewhere.
By the 3, my rights and duty.
If he's not here, then he's got to be in one of the trade houses. I guess we go back down to the Wasteworks and check out, like, the Fishmonger's Hall? Well, that's an absolute mess. Ugh, I just ran into the wall. Okay.
I help you?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Farmers and laborers.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
I'm looking for a Khajiit who does not want to be found. It's not going well.
Is there something?
Is there something you need?
Is there something you need? Care to trade?
This is a mod, so he's not gonna be in here, and we have no money. No money.
Is there something you need?
Luz'Siivar is like, this is why I'm happy to be Elfik Varstock. I do not have to worry about clothes.
Is there something I can do for you?
Let's make sure he's not hanging out down here.
Go ahead, Outlander. What
And
do
what
you
is
need?
your business here? How may we help?
Is there something I can do for you?
We need that pot, but we're not gonna buy it.
Welcome,
We
friend.
will find them in dungeons.
What can I sell you today?
I got nothing. Have fun. This is so annoying. There he is, or I'm assuming that's him.
Good hunting.
What do you want? Jannar does not understand. What good is a book? I do not want this book, but Jannar sees that you have a good heart. Jannar is sorry for what he says. Jannar will take this book and will read it. And you return to Ahnassi and tell her Jannar is sorry, and Jannar forgives her, and Jannar will always have Ahnassi in his heart. But our bond is broken now, for better or worse, and we must each find our own way from this cold time and hard place. Jannar has no trade. Jannar once had trade before the sugar. Jannar remembers everything was different before the sugar. 'Cause that's fun. St. Olm's storage. You look sassy. Who are you? You're just
May I
a
help you?
pauper hanging out here with no shoes on. Work it, girl. Alright, after all of that running in circles, we've investigated the entire St. Olm's Canton. I think we're done. We did what, 3 things here?
What do you think of our city?
And now we need to go... We can go to the Hall of Justice. And... we need to go find Mayramillo, too, at the High Fane. So, the Hall of Wisdom, the library. We'll just go to the temple next. Whew. There's a Khagooti. Multiple Khagooti. Do we have any paper left? Stop the moon. I'm gonna fall through and die probably. And since Geob's here, we should probably do the quests, the pilgrimages. We don't have 100 septums though.
May I help you?
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Yes, but why do you not have a hat? Hall of Wisdom.
Probably nothing.
Probably nothing. You think it's nothing? Probably not. Who are you? You're a layman of the temple. Hall of Justice. Library of Vivek.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yes, I'm May Ramillo. Cassie sent you? Follow me to the back of the library. We can't talk here. Okay. Go ahead. I'm afraid I don't know anything about a sixth house cult, but I can tell you about the Nerevarine cult. The temple worships Nerevar as a saint and hero, but prophecies of his reincarnation are punished as wicked heresy. The Nerevarine cult claims the temple are false gods, hence the temple's persecution of the Nerevarine cult. A group called the Dissident Priests disputes temple doctrine on the Nerevarine prophecies. The proscribed book, Progress of Truth, describes their beliefs. Get a copy of Progress of Truth for Cassius Cosades. Tell him that will tell him things he needs to know about the Nerevarine cult. The dissident priests dispute temple doctrine and are outlawed and persecuted by the temple. Ordinators arrest and imprison heretics, and the Empire cannot interfere. Progress of Truth lists their beliefs. In brief, they challenge the purity and divinity of the tribunal, suggesting their powers are sorcerous, not divine, and perhaps akin to the powers of Dagoth-Ur. They also condemn the arbitrary power of the Ordinators and accuse the temple hierarchy of self-interest and corruption. The persecution of the Nerevarine is an Ashlander. It's an Ashlander cult. Primitive superstition, says the temple. Nerevarines say the tribunal are false gods. I've never understood why the temple wastes so much energy on them. The faithful cannot be shaken by such attacks, and the Ashlanders are just ignorant savages. But since the submission of the temple to the Empire and the erosion of faith among the Dunmer, the militant wing of the temple is increasingly fierce in its attacks on heretics and heathens. The Ashlanders have a mystical tradition of interpreting dreams and visions as prophecies. These prophecies are recorded in verse and may be lost or garbled over the generations, but the dissident priests have collected many ancient prophecies of the Nerevarine, many of which they believe to be genuine. Collectively, these are called the lost prophecies of the Incarnate. One of the sacred missions of the dissident priests is the collection and study of these prophecies. The Progress of Truth lists the disputes of the dissident priests with the tribunal temple doctrines. The temple has outlawed the sale or possession of the book, so it will be hard to find. We have a copy here, but I fear I'm being watched by ordinators. A safer plan would be to search local booksellers. Some booksellers ignore temple bans on outlawed books for profits or for principles. I do not care for temple politics, but I have read the progress of truth, and it troubles me. I have friends, former priests, who have gone into hiding, so I'm bound to come to the attention of the ordinators. I'm careful, but I'm afraid. I'm no secret agent like you or Cassius. Sooner or later, I too must go into hiding, if it's not too late. When you return to Cassius, tell him I'm worried, and that if something goes wrong, I will leave a message under the code word Amaya as agreed. Dagoth-Ur is also called the Devil or the Sharmat. He is our ancient enemy. He sends bad dreams and blighted monstrosities to test our faith and tempt the weak. But under the protection of the tribunal, the ancestors and the saints, we stand strong against him. He cannot cross the ghost fence, and our brave warriors at Ghost Gate repulse any incursions by his foul minions. Disturbing dreams means nothing to me. Perhaps you wouldn't know, but the temple regards disturbing dreams as a sign of soul sickness, a sign that the mind is deranged by impure impulses and dangerous feelings. The Ashlanders have many superstitions about dreams, but they have superstitions about everything. Soul sickness is called madness or insanity in the Empire. Signs of soul sickness are strange dreams, uncontrollable impulses, and cruel and evil deeds. Madness is not a disease, as the Westerners claim, for if it were, it might be cured by blessings and healers. Soul sickness is a curse of Dagoth-Ur, who sends dark dreams to attack the weak of faith in their sleep. Those strong in faith can resist, those weak in faith must seek counsel from the temple. Why does the temple persecute the dissident priests? Because attacks on the temple weaken the faith and leave the people defenseless against the influence of Dagoth-Ur. Faith is what strengthens the will of the believer against Dagoth-Ur's lies. Faith is the source of the divine power that sustains the tribunal in their battle with Dagoth-Ur. Since the Empire, some Dunmer have turned away from the temple. That's why Dagoth-Ur grows stronger, why blight storms and monsters threaten the land. Okay, that was exciting.
I'm curious about something. About the nature of dreams.
Not like normal dreams, you know, the ones where you're doing inappropriate things, but it feels so real you're confused when you wake up. Then it all passes shortly after. Those are just dreams, everyone has them. Everyone has those dreams, yes. I'm really talking about the other dreams, the ones that take your breath away and leave you feeling dread in your soul. You had one recently, haven't you? It was fascinating and disturbing all at once. That is how he entices you. I wouldn't chase that lure very far if I were you. Those are the dark sendings of Dagoth-Ur, a door to madness that will try to consume you. How do you know so much about this? I have them too, ever since I was a young girl. Can hardly remember otherwise. I know, though, that my father carried an ash statue back home and it infected me. It is a test of my faith. Dreamers, we've encountered a few. Will that be us? Vivek, I hope not. While I live, the strongest can resist these dreams, such as you or I. Father destroyed the ash statue years ago, and they only returned when I moved to Vardenfell to join the Boy and Armigers. I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone. This whole thing just keeps getting better and better. Outlander or not, it seems you were never destined to escape our troubles. I would keep this quiet unless you enjoy mean stares. No one can say how these statues are made or what exactly their purpose is. Horrifying little things. All we know for certain is that where an ash statue is found, the madness of the Sharmat follows. The Boy and Armigers were devoted to Lord Vivek, but you'll see soon enough how we operate. All you need to know is that we are much wittier than those ordinators. You would be surprised what one can find in here. Of course, it's all hieroglypha. The Apocrypha is contained elsewhere. For now, it is best not to discuss your dreams with others. Soul sickness is a taboo subject. The temple does not wish for idle gossip and is quite harsh with those with loose lips. It is necessary. Alright. We need to get the book, which means going back to Jobasha's, because Jobasha has every book known to man. This looks like an essay that takes the sayings of multi-Tamrielic cultures as a starting point to examine their differences. Great. Woohoo. He's working on his own work. We're not going to go through everything. So, Temple of Wisdom. Where was the Office of Justice? Here we go. Hall of Justice. Close enough. Ordinator Barracks. Hell no. Office of the Watch.
Is there something I can do for you?
I'm Milan Endus, Chief of Vivek's Order of the Watch. Do you have questions about my trade, or are you here looking for work? We've had 7 killings in Vivek recently. All the victims had their throats slit. Most did not appear to have struggled. 5 victims were Outlanders. 2 were Ordinators. The 2 Ordinators were armed and on duty. Their weapons were still in their belts. Nothing was removed from the victims' bodies. I cannot hire you. Only Ordinators may serve the watch, but if you can find this killer and execute him, I'll personally promise you a very handsome reward. I require no commitment from you. Indeed, I cannot officially accept one. But if you are interested, I can tell you that what we know about the 7 victims and the reports of witnesses. None of the 5 Outlander victims had been on Vardenfell longer than a week. 2 were found in the Foreign Quarter corridors, 1 in the Foreign Quarter canal side, 1 in a Hualu compound corridor, and 1 in the water near the arena. All were armed. Only one, a mage, appears to have put up a fight. All had their throats slit with a dagger. Until the 2 Ordinators were killed, we thought this might be an anti-imperial fanatic, and it still might be. The 2 Ordinators were found dead near the victim in the Hualu compound. We think they coincidentally interrupted the killer at work. Both had their throats slit with the dagger. That neither Ordinator had drawn a weapon is extremely unsettling. It suggests either extraordinary stealth or a very powerful sorcerer. That's all we know about the victims, and there's not much information from witnesses either. There are no witnesses to any of the killings, but in the Hualu compound, at the same time as one of the killings, an Outlander reported being threatened by a Dunmer woman armed with a dagger. It was dark, and the Outlander transported magically to safety, so he could not give us a very clear description. But he was sure the Dunmer woman with the dagger was dressed in a skirt and netch leather armor. Yes, that's the only description we have. A Dunmer woman with a dagger and a skirt and netch leather armor. Yeah, you have fun with that. Okay.
Is there something I can do for
Any
you?
good books? Just a bunch of histories. Akavir, Grasping Fortune.
There is someone watching me.
Consolation
I can
of
tell.
Prayer. Pilgrim's Path. Chronicles of Nuchalef. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything interesting here, guys. You have like the most boring books in the world. Alright, let's... Hall of Wisdom. Let's see if we can find Giab's assassin friends. That'd be good. What was the clue? Something about like over water but under blood? Giab's like, yeah, something like that. Let's try the arena. And down in the canal works, maybe? The other option is to go to the Hualu Canton and find that witness. Maybe the gondolier knows what's up.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Woman with a dagger. With a dagger? No, hadn't seen anyone like that. Okay. Let's go take a look around. Arena pit. Canal works. It's a storage room. There's gonna be rats. There are always rats. But you know what else might be in here? Besides some really nice books. Quama eggs. No, that's not the right type of bowl. Apprentice quality. Some of it's journeyman. Come here, guys. Latte. Journeyman's retort. Calcinator. Mortar and pestle. That's better than the one I got. And a limbic. I'm not carrying anything. I'm gonna keep the mortar and pestle. Latte, can you take the rest? It's a nice bit of luck there. Exclusive restore personality. I will take that. Soul gems are always good. It's a pretty plate. Free paintbrush. Wooden goblet. That's kind of icky. Draw knife. Clay cup. Redware platter. That's just a cup. It's not a redware cup. Salt rice. We still don't have any freaking... Taking the cornbread. Oh, look. Lockpick. Lesser soul gem. Coins.
You in
That's a rat. Great. Oh, this is nice stuff. Take all. I'm not gonna be able to carry it all, but... Bucket. Limeware cup. Limeware platter. Nice. Chitin war axe. Iron. Expensive robe. And peasant gown. Expensive shoes. Torches, we need those. I just had the torches. Where did they go? I can fit one of them in there. This. The holy city in all its splendor. Lord Vivek resides here, in case the name didn't tip you off. Yeah, that's not really your style. What can I give you? I can give you some of your arrows. I could give you some of the bone arrows back. This moon sugar doesn't go in the pouch. Here's the old Dwemer book. Fine robe of Somerset. Oh, that's nice. Put that in the trinket box. We're never gonna get rich that way, but you know, it's not all about wealth. Ha. Perfect. We are level 7, so we are still pretty pathetic. Oh, it's not too complex now? I mean, we're not doing great at it, but could be worse. $25 gold. Come on. Yes! Oh, that's a nice haul. Clay bowl. I need a ceramic bowl. There are a lot of shinies that are... That's fun. I'm gonna keep that one. A lot of shinies are showing up in here. Like, I merged my levels list, so I have no idea what's going on. Latte!
Sugar is yours, friend.
Can you please carry some of this stuff? Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna choose. There we go. All those little rocks. Okay, I'm being terrible. Grind it. It's gonna take a minute. I was editing the very last episode of the Dak and Gia playthrough, and Dak was like, can I I wonder if we can grind ebony into powder. And I was like, yep, you can. So that's what that was about. Do we even look in these sacks? Scuttle. Not sure what that is. Cup. It's a pretty bowl. Yes, we are going through every little tiny thing. Because we are being pathetic. Okay. Pretty sure that was every single barrel, bag, whatever. Did we go over here? Yes, we started there actually. There's probably gonna be a rat on the other side. Come on.
They never learn.
Like I said, there's probably gonna be a rat on the other side. 1 to 4, 1 to 3. Jib! Carry some arrows for me, please. And that. And this random iron tanto that I have for some reason. Citrine. Thing I burnt the hell out of. Reiki teeth. Those are weird. Food. Food. Soul gem. Money. Oh, was that a ceramic bowl? No, that was just a bowl. Steel staff of shaming. Green paint pot. I don't know if that's from the joy of painting or if it's something else. Okay. Lock is too complex. So we have... What even? I guess all that money we spent on training paid off. Come on, guys. Let's go. Giab, you have found me. If you wish, you may request to join the Morag Tong. Morag Tong has been watching you, and we are pleased. One of your exceptional talent cannot go unmastered. Join us. Yes, I'll join. I'll let you join as a probationer. Here, take this helm. To gain full membership, you must pass a test. Here is a writ for the honorable execution of Auroran Oran. You can find him in the Elven Nation's Corners Club, which is in the Walu Plaza. Slay him honorably and report to me. If the execution goes unnoticed, then you'll receive an additional bonus. He may be found at the Elven Nation's Corners Club. Our agents in Vardenfell. Here's a paper with their names and locations. Requirements. Morag Tong. Writ. I have given you a writ already. That's how we found you.
Is there something I can do for you?
Just checking out your reading material. I'm sure it's nothing real important right here. Not at our rank.
May I interest you in something?
Did you execute your writ with honor, my brother?
That is a freaky.
Yes. A quick
Lot is like, I'm not sure about this.
a single slash just
So your dueling skills weren't tested?
as sharp a weapon as our blades.
It's the bribes I can't stand.
Where is that slave? May I help you?
Greetings. Perhaps you can be of some help for me. There are sensitive matters to attend to. The great Daedra Mafala has given me information that must be acted on. If you would be willing to work with me, I'm certain Mafala would be grateful. I'd like to help. Excellent. There's a member of our Brotherhood living in Balmora, Balin O'Marel. He has been freelancing, if you will. This is unacceptable, and he must be removed. Unfortunately, his brother is a rather important member of our Brotherhood, so it would be difficult to bring it to the attention of others. Use this poison in his food. It acts swiftly, as should you.
Is there something I can do for you?
An honorable assassin of the Morag Tong? I wouldn't have pictured that when we first met. While it is a tool of the great houses, not everyone who bears a writ is undeserving of it. My family had some trouble with them years ago, a feud over this and that.
Is there something I can do for you?
See, we're not all useless thugs. Some of us are only somewhat useless thugs. Faction-owned Morag Tong. These are very austere. What are we? We are associates. I guess everyone is an associate before they become anything else. Okay, so now we shall go... where? I guess we go to the Halu compound. We have two reasons to go now. One, to see if we can find that woman with the
Is there
dagger
something you need?
who killed two of those assholes. And then two, to get rid of execution. Yeah, sleeper. Sleeper. Come on. Come out of the door. Giab, you get to replace that with this. Lovely. And Luz'Siivar is turning circles in the middle of the floor. That's cute. Arena dressing room, performers' quarters, fighters' training. Canal works. Not where I wanted to go. We need to go up and out. That's the foreign quarter. It's the only one tall enough.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
I think I can get over to Lalu without causing problems. I didn't install Brutal Backstab. That would have been the best way to do this. Without being without being seen or without being caught. Because those are two very different things.
Our sugar is yours, friend.
You. Woman with a dagger. Nope. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if we need to go down. We'll come back.
A warm welcome to you.
The 2 months upon you. Very well.
Alright. All of our friends have been instructed to stay here. What's actually happening is Deja's gonna stay here, and it will be Geob who's gonna go do the assassination, but because of the limitations of the game engine and the fact this is not actually a party game,
What do you want?
what's this guy's name? Aruran or Ran?
What do you want?
Ah.
How can I help? I'll do what I can.
Welcome, Outlander. I've special prices just for you today.
Spoil wars, O ye buoyant homagers. Best their warriors by the score. Take a bow and best a dozen more. Set bones, some scars.
Speak, traveler.
I wonder if there's a way to, like, convince him to leave.
What do you want?
What do you think of our city, Outlander?
I don't like the way you're looking at me. Well, okay. That didn't work.
Speak, traveler. Is there something you need?
Speak, traveler.
It is the inner sea, sailing for Veloth's face to see.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Past the Pharos beams, to forever seek the Seydanim. To forever seek the Seydanim.
Do I have, like, any kind of... I don't know.
To hear the words of prophets old, to walk the lands now long foretold, to forever seek the Seydanim, to forever seek the Seydanim. Long and wide is the inner sea, sailing for Veloth's face to see. Far away, you will die. Forever seek the
Paxson, where did you come from? Running away, running away, running away. You know, it's... Okay, the Ordinators are being particularly dumb today. You have violated the law, Giab. Since you don't have 1,040 gold to pay the court, you must surrender your stolen goods and serve your sentence of punitive labor. Come with me. Present writs. All your papers seem to be in order. You are free to go.
Is there something you need?
Hi, Paxson. You're very cute. Why are you here? Let's go find our buddies. Actually, let's first go down and... I don't know how you would do that. Usually, you know, you, like, aggro them and, you know, you taunt them until they attack you and then... It's all good, but no. Scuttle pie. Why was I just randomly on the floor? That was weird. Okay, I guess it was a memory issue. Well, I guess that's my cue to sign off. I'm gonna have some breakfast. You guys have a good day. Bye.